What's up, guys? It's me, Timosaur, and yes, I am showing my face in this video. Now, this is not the first time I really show my face on the internet. I do run an Instagram account, which if you guys want to follow me, everything's always posted in the description. In terms of everything I do, like Discord and all that, which I don't really say it too much in videos, but it's all down there if you guys are interested into looking into more of things I do and whatnot. And yeah, so if you guys haven't seen the last video, which I actually haven't seen how well it did, let's see how it did. It flopped. It flopped. So yeah, video did pretty meh, but besides the point, yeah, I mentioned that in the video that I would be doing a video like this where I go ahead and talk to you guys and tell you how my years were, how 2025. Damn, excuse me. Like I was saying, I'm gonna be telling you guys how my 2025 was like, and basically just go on from what I can remember from the months of January up until now. Now, if I do leave out little things or if I do repeat things later on that I just memorized, that does happen a lot with these type of videos, and that's just because I'm doing this with no script. This is all just raw memory and speaking to you guys about how my years went. Originally, I did do this type of thing on my Instagram, and it was more of a yearly thing on my Instagram page. But I made a whole story saying, "Hey, should I have this on Instagram again, or should I post this on YouTube?" And YouTube actually won for the vote. So yeah, this will be on here, and this will probably be same thing for next year, and however long I decide to make videos like these for a while, going about my year and stuff. And these videos are usually really fun to make for me because I like to reflect and just see what I did and how much I've grown or progressed over the years, or if maybe I just didn't have that good of a year, I would say so. So yeah. Anyways, um, welcome everybody. So we're gonna go ahead and try to see what I did. So starting off in January, what I really remember was, um, I was still working at a place called GNC for a while, and at that time, my manager and stuff was about to actually quit the job as, or you just step down a role as manager and to be an employee. I was just out of his decision and stuff, and like things were going on in the workplace were a bit concerning, but overall, like it was still pretty okay to work and stuff, and it was just whatever. Like starting off 2025 was like all right. So what I decided to do was I invested in a new monitor, which is actually reflecting the purplish light on me right now. That's the monitor I game on because as much as I love to game on a laptop screen, because I don't actually own an official PC, I do play on a gaming laptop, which is why I'm also recording these videos. Which yes, I've pushed everything to the limits to actually get some content for you guys just to do these. So yeah, um, if I do start looking down, it's because I can see my face down here. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should just put down OBS. There we go. So I'm not looking at myself and I can actually admire, not just secondhand embarrass myself while doing this. Anyways, so like I was saying, I bought myself a new monitor, which is really nice. It was quite the pricey one, but it's a really good monitor for gaming and stuff and has done me pretty well in terms of actually playing games and stuff with people. So it's been nice. Um, and as you guys know, by January 14th, Miku decided to come out to Fortnite. So that so when Miku came out in Fortnite, I think that's what started this whole thing of this year mostly drifting into being more of a Vocaloid year for me. And I will get more into that as the months go on. But let's just say that January is kind of the start of where everything started, to where I've really shown myself to be a Miku fan in front of like most of my friend groups and in front of like new people I meet and all that. So yeah. Jumping into February though, things kind of went a little bit downhill, to say the least. Not like too bad, but it was just more in the workplace I was in, the work conditions I was in. And let's just say that I didn't really get that good of a new manager in the place. Unfortunately not. So yeah, that's kind of a bummer. Um Dude ended up like taking over as role the lead manager for that store for about 2 weeks, and then bro said, I'm gonna go out on a trip. And then what happens? He never came back, and supposedly he just is not with the company anymore. Um, but yeah, but in the meantime, during the month of February, I was dealing with a lot of like, I basically got to learn a taste of how it is to be a manager of a store. So I got a bit of work experience with that. And you know, for this company being my third like really job, it was kind of interesting, and yeah, it was really stressful to say the least. It was pretty stressful to deal with. Um, but yeah, that's just that's just how it went. Um, and also too, I was also I've mentioned this in the 2024 video, which I know on YouTube this is all new, but I was with somebody during the time for about 4 months. And yeah, I had to deal with them too. So yeah, rough time in February, but March is where things started to get a little bit better, to say at least. And usually, and also at the end of February. But to put it in a shorter term, basically in February, one of my friends got me into a whole thing of rock called hardcore rock, which he's taken out to me, which I've been to many hardcore shows and different types of indie shows around the area I'm in, and it's been pretty fun. I've been saving to a lot of them. Shout out to Manos Di Fierro, shout out to Condition One, and all the other bands I've listened to, like all the fucking bangers out there. Um, yeah, I hope to make some more next year of their shows and stuff because all of their music is amazing, and just being in the mosh pit and just around the crowd is always fun. Even if I'm you know, one day getting brutally destroyed and you know I'm getting a lot of bruises, it's still a good time to like listen to a lot of people that are into that type of music and stuff. So it's always an interesting time to say the least. But yeah, now kind of diving into March is when I actually started to plan. Because during February, I actually called in to do my just put my 2 weeks in because I was just like, you know, I can't handle this stuff no more. So by the time March came around, I kind of just was like preparing for my quit. So I made sure I saved up enough money and stuff to at least have something for like a month or two. Initially, my plan was to try to get a job after I quit, but unfortunately I've been pretty unlucky with that, and I actually haven't gotten any work since then. Since the last time I quit. So hopefully next year we're back. We're back on the grind. But yeah, that didn't mean I did have to cut off a lot of things, like my whole gym grind, which didn't really go away entirely because I used my sister's gym. So big props to her for letting me use her gym for a long time. Um, I still am trying to get myself active. I haven't been active within too much these last 2 months, but I need to get back on it. So that way, you know, I'm not like shriveling down too much. But to say the least, like the gym grind is still with me, and yeah. Um, I was honestly thinking when coming back to YouTube to make gym type videos, like maybe like Sam Sulik style, but I really haven't thought of the idea of it. And I thought more I would do more of just gaming related content on here because really I'm all about gaming content when it comes to YouTube. So yeah, I don't mind vlogs, but I feel like vlogging it's like it's not as good as how it used to be back within like the 2017 like 2018 era. Unless maybe I got like big enough and you know I throw in a vlog here and there. But yeah. Um so yeah, and then by the time April came around, because obviously March I was still doing the whole hardcore. April is probably the most explosive month for me because one, I was while you know not having a job and having enough money, I was actually doing a lot of fun things at the time. The only downside is I ended up leaving that person I was with for a while. So it only lasted like 4 months, but yeah, I won't get into too much. But it's just say that things didn't work out properly, so it had to end. So yeah. But April, like going into more of the positive stuff, April is when I actually got to go to my first Miku rave. Actually, my first ever rave in general, and it was for Hatsune Miku. So you already know. I was really excited. I was pumped up. I was the first ever time that I was like, "Oh shoot, let me go to a rave." And you know, given the time concerns, it starting way later and ending very late, I still decided I wanted to go, and I had a great time, and I met so many new people, so many people that follow me on Instagram and stuff now, and it's great. like I said, like most of this year has turned to be more of a Vocaloid year because even before that Miku rave, I was also I've been playing this game. I've been playing this game and I've been playing it a lot since last year. But it's a web browser game called Ponytown, which I've probably shown it in a couple of videos. Which if you guys like to see a video where I just mess around on there, then like let me know in the comments, of course. To whoever decides to watch this, because yeah, I'm gonna straight up make this video like as a filler video to my YouTube with barely any editing, and also probably it's just this video is completely just raw, unedited, and or there'll be slight edits here and there in case I just decide I want to throw in something. But yeah, like text or whatever cuts. Yeah. Um. Anyways, getting back into like everything. So yeah, I've been playing this game around where I've been making a decent amount of groups of friends that obviously revolved around liking the Vocaloids or virtual singers, like every virtual singer really. But obviously the most common character you would see within the group is obviously Miku. So yeah. Um but yeah, it's ever since then, like after that rave, like that just kind of restored me to just damn English just died. Wow. Okay. Hopefully all those saliva fucking bubbles are gone. um like I was saying, after April, that's when I actually started to do a lot more with the hardcore scene, where I actually went a 1 week trying to go to as many shows as possible. I even went to a show alone, which my friends couldn't make, but it was really good. And yeah, I think I got the worst beatdown of the ending of that because the last show I went to, I couldn't walk for 2 days because somebody kicked me in my thigh really bad on my right side, and I think I still have like a bit of a like gash right there on my skin, like like a scar kind of. It's probably went away now, but yeah, I just remember I got kicked really bad, and I was just like, ah, like God, I can't walk. And then yeah, by the time May came around, that's when I started to realize that like I need to kind of cut down on services and stuff to conserve more money. So most of May was just me going to shows sometimes, but also like trying to um, conserve a bit of money so that way I'm not like completely out. By the time June came around, I think I was on my last stretch, and then yeah. But also another thing to mention about June, since May was more of a month of just conserving money and going to sometimes of shows while mostly being at home. June is when I actually decided to come back to doing YouTube again. This year. So yeah, I decided to come back to YouTube um within June because I've been making a lot of content with my friends. My one friend in particular, Kovric, which I haven't really made videos with that much, but he does want to do some videos from time to time, which I mean, bro, you can hit me up anytime. As long as I'm not doing anything, then like I'll be down. Um but yeah, as you know, I've posted some Gmod videos. There's been a couple of Fortnite in there, and we did a Minecraft one at the start to like kind of revive the channel a little bit. And I've been posting uh since then for you guys. Which I know I said I wanted to try to get more videos out before this year ends, which I've honestly I literally low key got busy with just being around friends and stuff like IRL, and I've been doing this thing on Fortnite actually. Um, on the Delulu game mode where we're all just Mikus and stuff. And yeah, I actually might do a video for that to maybe be the kind of the top of 2026. So yeah, but yeah, no, literally, I just got busy, so I wasn't able to do it. But going back to June, yeah, so when I started to come back to you guys to post some videos because I just had the drive and the passion to do it again. So that's exactly what I decided to do. Was like, yeah, let's get back into it. So most of June was that, and then July came around, and that's where I decided. July, I think, is around the time that I actually started to see more of my oldest brother's shows. That was a good time. I actually saw like first time live him play, which was cool, and Get fucked up here and there, and making some videos again for y'all. And it wasn't really lucky with getting any work as I applied to a couple places, which I did get some response, but then I just kind of like wouldn't hear back, or one of the things where I got an interview, but then they would give me some BS saying like, hey, um, we're looking for other applicants, but we won't accept you. So yeah, kind of a bummer, but I mean, it is what it is. It's like you're not always guaranteed. You're not always guaranteed to get what you want. So yeah, just you kind of have to just keep moving on and keep searching. But yeah, and then August came around, and I don't really think I had much going on in mind during that month, as nothing was really popping off as well. So I decided to actually um, play through Silent Hill 2 Remake, which I didn't beat. Oh, not beat. I didn't beat at first, I should say, when I got the game, but I came back to actually try to beat the game, and it was really fun. Um, along with hearing some pretty dark things around that time, and even just going on throughout the summer. But going past all that, things are a lot better, of course, and things are going well. Um, yeah, I ended up being the game, and it was a good game. I still want to get Silent Hill F, and I hope they do remake the first game, because yeah, playing through Silent Hill 2 remake was good. And honestly, I actually would love to make more series type videos on this channel where I'm just playing through a bunch of games and stuff. I know my friend Comic has been doing that, and he's actually going through a Silent Hill 2 series at the moment. Which, bro, we're waiting on part 3 as we speak. We're waiting on part 3, man. Where's the videos at? No, I'm just joking when it comes to pressuring him to do videos, because obviously, I get it. He's got stuff to do. Not trying to push it on to him, but we'd love to see more videos of that game on his channel to see how he goes through, Silent Hill 2, since it's a pretty fun, scary game to watch. Especially since the game is so beautiful. The game just graphically looks amazing. It's like up there with RE4 and like graphics, like so super good. And RE4 remake was amazing too. That was one of the games I played through and was like, I love this, and I can't wait for RE9. So yeah, but yeah, September for the most part. I did actually, um, I didn't really speak onto this. I spoke on this kind of publicly, but not too publicly. It was more within people within a group, because I was well known for being around a friend of mine's, and unfortunately, I did have to cut off one of my good friends this year, and that's just because of something I found out. That he did along with other things, and respectfully I decided to distance myself, not really say anything about it, but just kind of distance. And that's all I'm going to go into it, because it is a lot more serious, and I don't want to put anything out there like that, and I want to keep it more towards a select group of friends. But yeah, it's just it's kind of a bummer. um but it's common occurrence when it comes to certain people, specifically the Minecraft YouTubers, when they start small and they get bigger and they start doing something. But that's all I'm gonna make the joke to. And then October comes around, and you know, I October for the most part I didn't do too much besides see another show for my oldest brother, which is cool. Had a good time with that. And yeah, unfortunately, Halloween this year was more of just me being online and doing it with a friend, just me and a friend, just kind of talking and being like, trying to be all Halloween look, but we didn't do much. Me and my friend, which actually, now that I think about it, I'm saying my friend, but it's Comic, and I already said his name already. But yeah, me and Comic, we were just kind of hanging around, playing some games, being all spooky and stuff, and just enjoying the atmosphere, even though we couldn't really do it because we both had nothing in plan. So yeah, shout out to him for being around on my Halloween that I did nothing for, not even dress up or anything. I just put on some random thing and it was like, yep, I'm gonna wing it. As far as November, for what I know, is nothing crazy went on too much. Um, that was just more of like, you know, that was also just another chill month for me, where I just kind of posted more videos for y'all. But yeah, and then obviously Thanksgiving came around and spent time with family, which yeah, Thanksgiving here, to say the least, was crazy. But I was over with my dad and stuff, so it was a lot more chill for me than if I were to just celebrate it here. Yeah. Uh, November actually went by really fast, low key, for me. And as for this month, it's actually been pretty good. I actually did a lot, hung out with friends again, and it was definitely I definitely got that festive charm, that festive spirit and stuff. So it was really good. And obviously, Snow Miku dropped, um, literally the week before Christmas. So luckily, I had enough V Bucks and I bought that. And I wanted to actually make the Snow Miku video right when she came out and stuff, but obviously I was doing other things. I think she literally came out on a Saturday. Ugh, it came out on a Saturday, so you know that happened. But yeah, I wanted to get that video out sooner, but yeah, Delulu, man. It's a fun game mode, man. But yeah, I hung out with like two different friend groups. Hung out with one of my other friends again within the same week, which was good. And obviously, yesterday, which I wanted to record this video for, I I got to actually hang out with another group. So yeah, it's been more of a reconnecting, recatching up with everybody this month, along with it being Christmas and me getting a couple of Christmas gifts, of course. Which I didn't get too much this year. I just mostly got new clothes, but I did get a microwave, which is nice. So yeah, and I just always wanted a microwave because I just prefer it over anything to like warm up food. But that's really it in terms of like each month that has went by for this year. Like for the most part to say about this year was like in terms of everything I did like from the start up until the end, like the first half was definitely me just kind of going over some stuff but also doing the most fun things I could. I actually did forget to mention, now that I think about it, and I've already said this in the start, but in August actually I went to a second Miku rave and that was for her birthday. So yeah, and that was with one of my online friends that I actually met in person, Alex. Um, Me and him, yeah, we both decided to just go to it, and he was really pumped about it. And yeah, it was a good time for both of us. And obviously, I met my DJ friends, Drift, and all them. Which shout out to him, and shout out to all the people, the newer people I met off of Instagram that are also messaging me, telling me about future raves and future shows to go to. I will try. I will try to make more of these things and try to do more things, of course, next year if I can, of course. Obviously, I just need to get back on the grind of things, and that's the goal of next year to really get back into the grind, especially with YouTube, because I want to try to post some videos and I actually want to do better at promoting my stuff because I mostly promote my stuff within Twitter and my Discords and stuff, but I don't really post them on my Instagram too much. And I think maybe it's a good time that I could just get out the quitting TikTok phase and just put in clips and maybe just refresh my whole account. Uh, yeah. But yeah, to say this has been a pretty solid year for me. Even if I went through mental struggles and all that, there was definitely a lot of uplifting moments, a lot of fun moments with people, and a lot of fun times. Especially given the fact that I haven't done too much to financially and haven't been up there really well. I actually had a pretty solid year, and it's been pretty good. And honestly, shout out to all the Vocaloid fans I met this year. I hope I could see you guys in Miku Expo 2026 because that's close by to where it's gonna be at for me this year. And yeah, like I said, this is gonna be more of a filler type of video for you guys where I'm just mostly talking and yapping. And yeah, that's really it. Also, I did decide to do something new for this type of video, which I haven't tried yet, and that is me actually the camera you're seeing right here is actually off of my phone, and that's because I did some nifty stuff that during I believe Christmas my dad's friend showed me. So shout out to him for giving me this proper setup to actually have a nice clear camera this time around instead of me using a shitty webcam quality, making the video look like from 2011 or something. Um, but yeah. Anyways, I just want to say Happy New Year's to everybody. This video is obviously being posted a day in advance. And I hope 2026 goes well for you guys, of course. Have an amazing, New Year's celebration. I'll probably be doing something over on my Instagram where I probably go live or something and just try to celebrate it with like whoever is down to go with me. Maybe it's gonna be my sister again, or I might go by myself. Who knows? But yeah. Anyways, like I said, um, make sure you guys are doing well, staying safe, and staying warm, of course. And let's start 2026 amazing. And I'm gonna try to get out many videos, try to get more videos as I could for next year, starting in January, and try to see if I can also just lock in on other things, of course, too. Yeah, at least the goal for 2026 is try to get the 100 subscriber mark, so that way maybe I might start streaming or something. Like 100 like milestones or whatnot. So yeah. But yeah, anyways, I will be seeing you guys next year. See ya.